Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining Jess and I today on this opportunity call. So, I'm going to start just chatting about why I've taken this leap in selling shampoo. And yeah, we'll go through a bit more about the Monat business and what a great opportunity it is for everyone. So I kind of just stumbled across Monat and Jess, and it was after you guys had done your photo shoot. Um, and I had been looking for a while for something to help with postpartum hair loss. I'd look back on photos and I see how much fuller my fringe used to be, and my hair used to grow a lot quicker. So I had kind of been looking for something, but I'm also very conscious of what I use on my body, on my skin, what we eat, and everything like that. So I hadn't really found anything that had been worthwhile making a change and stuff for until I started then looking into Monat and what it was. And then, yeah, saw Jess sharing some stuff about the business and thought, okay, this is something that I should look into and consider now that we've got two young boys. And I love being at home with them. My job before I had kids or before I went on maternity leave with our second was really demanding. I did and still do love that job, but it's just not a family friendly job anymore. There was responsibility to be on call, trying to work full-time hours in 3 days a week. So I was taking a lot of work home, and a lot of responsibility. So being able to do something that's flexible for me and my family is just amazing. And the opportunity that is on the table with Monat, yeah, it just kind of seemed like an opportunity I couldn't pass up. And I know there's a lot of people in our team who've kind of felt the same way. Um, and then when I got the products and started trying them, I just loved them. So it's been a really easy, well, a bit scary, but otherwise it actually has been kind of easy transition to be selling shampoo, because I really, really love the products and I believe in what they're about. So yeah, I'm going to pass over to Jess to have a chat about her vision and how she came into this. And Jess has obviously been doing this for longer than me, so she's achieved more. She's achieved a lot in about 9 months, I think. So Jess can shed a bit more information about what you really can achieve in this amazing business that you can do in those pockets of time. So you're spending more time with your family or doing whatever it is that you love. So, yeah, if you can share a bit about your story, Jess.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having me on this call as well. Yeah, so I mean, 9 months ago, so I joined this business 9 months ago, but let's say 10 months ago, if you'd have said that I was selling shampoo on Instagram, I would never have believed you. Like, this was not in my trajectory at all. Previous to this, a bit like you, I was working in a very different field. I was working in birth work. I trained to be a midwife, and that's where my life was going. And I was doing some online work during my pregnancy. After all the changes in the world, like working in a hospital wasn't an option for me anymore. And then I fell pregnant with our fourth baby. So I thought that's where my life was heading, supporting women to have really positive birth experiences. And I'd been following probably somewhere between 6 and 8 women, I can't exactly remember, over in the States for about 2 years who were using Monat products. So I knew about Monat. When I had my third baby, I had really severe postpartum hair loss. I probably lost like a third of my hair. I had like nutrient deficiencies and a lot of things going on, but like my hair is where it really showed. And someone messaged me and said, had I heard of Monat? And at that time, that was the first time I ever heard of Monat. So I started looking into it. And that's how I found these women that I followed for 2 years. And I saw, and Ivy, who's my upline and our upline and mentor, was one of those women. And I saw her hair just getting better and better and better. She previously had hair extensions that she could all of a sudden take out, and her hair looked better than when she had the extensions. And just all of these women, like, I was skeptical because I was like, what are these products? Like, how can shampoo make such a difference to your hair? I didn't know much about hair before that. And I didn't realize how much of an impact what you're actually using product wise. Like, I'm a big believer that internal health is a big predictor for like skin health and hair health. And I didn't realize how much of a difference external products could make. Other than, like you, I always wanted to avoid using toxic stuff on my body. And I'd probably been avoiding that kind of stuff for at least a decade. And so I'd done all of the, like, make my own shampoos, bicarb and apple cider vinegar rinses, the health food store brands, the salon organic brands, everything I tried. And I have never had nice hair. And I just thought that that's just how it was. I just thought my hair wouldn't grow past my shoulders. It would snap off. I have always colored my hair and enjoyed kind of playing around with color. And my hair's always been really frizzy and just very, very thin, frizzy, and won't grow, breaks off, very dry, never shiny. And anyway, so I was really keen to use Monat. And when they announced that they were coming to Australia, I knew straight away that I was going to try the products. And I was about 39 weeks pregnant at the time and doing a lot of meditation. I live my life with a lot of intuition, and I was previously a yoga teacher. And so that's kind of how I make my decisions about things. And I felt this incredibly strong pull to do Monat as a business, like not just buy the products, but lean in. And at first I was massively resistant because I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do a network marketing company. I'd done one before. I was not good at it. I poured like 3 years into something, and I spent a lot of money in a different company and never really got anywhere. And just the self-pride of doing something like this, I thought I was above doing something like this. And I'd built my whole life to go towards a very different career. So initially I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not. And then probably it only took me maybe like a week or maybe even a few days, because when you get those pulls to things, even if they don't make sense, I believe they're always for a reason. They're always steering you towards where your life is actually meant to go. And if you can get out of your own head about what you think should be happening, there's always a plan. Life knows, the universe knows, God knows, whatever it is that you resonate with. And so I did. I put it out there to my community at the time, and I was really, really, really scared. And I just started leaning in. And within 2 months of sharing about Monat, I had made more money per month than what I ever made in like 3-4 years in that previous business. And very quickly I was like, oh wow, there's real money to be made here, and I can actually do this. And it was simple. Like, it's a consumable product, it's low tox, it's a vegan, it ticks all of the boxes. And the very first time I washed my hair was forever changed. I was a one wash wonder. Like, my first wash, I was like, shit, this stuff is incredible. And my hair was shiny and light. And I remember being like to Carl, like, I knew this was going to be good. Like, I knew I was onto something. You know, my guides have not led me to doing this for no reason. And then it's just gotten better and better. And honestly, I mean, my hair's not as beautiful as some women who've been using Monat for years and years. But if you go and look at my page at my hair before, my hair has completely transformed, completely. It's growing, it's shiny, it feels healthy. And I am so stoked. Like, I've never had, like, every day is like a good hair day. I also use all the Monat skincare, and I'm obsessed. Like, my skin, I've previously had moderate to severe acne in my 20s leading up to my almost 30s. And so I feel like I know what is good skincare, because when you go on a journey like that, you really learn a lot about skin and skincare. And Monat is honestly the best skincare I've ever used as well. So for me, like you, it's easy because I really believe in the products. The skincare and the hair care and the body care is what we have in Australia right now. And I love every single product that I have tried. And I tried to find the downside to this, because like I said, like when I was kind of leaning in, like, oh my God, like, am I really going to do this? And it hasn't been a smooth kind of journey for me. I've had doubt and fear and all of this stuff come up as I was letting go of that identity of where I thought I was going to now. But now, fast forward 9 months down since I first bought that product pack, and I'm now earning a full-time income from my business. Like, I'm actually earning more than what I would if I had become a midwife working full-time. And I don't have to ever leave my family. I'm not on call. I'm not like leaving my kids in the middle of the night like I had to do, like all through my placement. I was leaving my kids in the night, and Carl would call me and I'd have to go into the toilet and they'd be crying on the phone because they woke up and mummy wasn't there. And so, like, I never have to do that again. And it's not that birth work is not beautiful work, but in this season of my life, when I have a small family of my own, like you, like, Nellie, I just want to be with my kids. I just want to be at home with my kids. I don't want to go to a job. I don't want Carl to go to a job. Like, he does some online coaching from home as well. And so our whole life is geared around being with our kids and being at home. And we're so blessed in that way. And Monat, like, when all the craziness in the world happened, a lot of Carl's work dried up because he relied on clients coming from these in-person events that he was a part of running. And all of that obviously stopped overnight. And they tried to merge it to online events and it wasn't that successful. And so it's like a teething process. And so the time when that really started plummeting is when Monat really started building. And we thought, like, we're going to live off this. Like, we're going to live off selling shampoo. And now Monat is our main income. And that's crazy. Like,
So
I've only been doing this for 9 months. And now from here, like, I don't have to go back to work. Carl doesn't have to go to another job. He can do a little bit of coaching here and there. And like, it takes the pressure off all of us. We've been living in a 2-bedroom home in Meriden Plains. We're a family. We've got 4 young children. I should have said that. We homeschool. We've been living in a very small space, 2 bedrooms. Luckily, we co-sleep. But with all like the rent rises and house price rises, we haven't been able to, like, honestly afford to move to where we would love to live and into a bigger place. And so we've just been making do here. But as of last month, because of our Monat income and the trajectory of where it's going, we can actually afford to move now, which is like life-changing for us. So already it's life-changing. But the rank that I'm at now, which is called AMM, Associate Market Mentor, is 1 rank away from something that is really important to, I guess, share with everyone watching this. And that is the rank of Market Mentor. And at that rank, if you join in Monat's first year within Australia, so you've still got until the 30th of September this year to join as essentially like a founder market partner, or the opportunity to become a founder market partner, then if you achieve the rank of market mentor, which is halfway through the compensation plan, it's the 6th rank out of 12 or 10 ranks, I think, you will receive a share payout for life as long as you have your Monat business. So these shares are called founders shares, if you've heard anybody talking about that, and they're a really massive deal. So they equate to 1% of the commissionable profit in the entire Asia Pacific region. So we're so far only in Australia in that region. That's Australia. That's all throughout Asia, which is going to be insane when we expand into Asia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Islands. And that amount that you get for that share payout will grow and grow and grow. And to give an idea of, so Monat's been in the US for 7 years, and the women who got on as founders, who joined as market partners right in the beginning and achieved those founders shares, now enjoy payouts between 5 and 6 figures per payout per quarter. It's a lot of money. Like, it's life-changing money. And so that's what's on the table right now. And that's probably
on top of their other commissions and payouts and everything. So
exactly.
Yeah.
That's on top of everything else you earn. And if you know about network marketing, there is a lot of money to be made here. And especially with a product that is as incredible as Monat, and especially in a brand new market, if you're watching this and you're in Australia, but even if you're elsewhere in the world, you can actually achieve matching founder shares. So if you're in the US and you're watching this, if you enroll an Australian market partner who achieves those founder shares, you will get a matching share. So this opportunity of of it growing into Australia is actually available to everybody, even if you're not in Australia. But if you're in Australia, you know, the momentum, we're a brand new market here. We've only been in Australia open to customers for 8 months. So it was open for a month to market partners before we opened up to customers. So most people, honestly, that you talk to are not even going to know what Monat is. And yet over in the States, it's in Harper's Bazaar. It's in like all the beauty magazines. It's like sweeping all the beauty awards. Like it's the most incredible product. And so like hairdressers over in the States have switched over to using this, and they have the choice of any product at the cheapest price. Like Christina Smallwood, one of our uplines, was a really established stylist who switched over to Monat and is now a $5 million earner in this company. Like the potential is just crazy. So anyone watching this, if you've been watching Nellie and seeing what she's doing, sharing about Monat, sharing about this shampoo thing, I really invite you to jump in and do this with us now. Like do it with us now. While this opportunity, after the 30th of September, you can still become a market partner, and the opportunity is still incredible because there's everything on offer except the founders shares. But the founders shares, like to give yourself the chance at that, could completely change your life, just those shares alone. Like what could you do with potentially, like in the States, if you do the math, like 6-figure payouts 4 times a year. If you work out what that, like what could you do with that kind of money? Most people would never even earn that kind of money working full-time in their entire life, you know? And you can do this from your phone. I mean, I'm on my computer at the moment only because I'm recording this, but most of my business is run from my phone with my kids running around in little snippets of the day when I find time to like support my customers, support my team, whatever it may be. Realistically, I work probably 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours a day if there's a really big day with lots of training calls. And that's at the level that I'm at now. And that will pretty much never grow. Like I will be able to grow this into an unlimited income with working between 2 to 4 hours most days, not even every day.
Yeah.
So I also just recently it sounds like I'm massively bragging, but this is just kind of gets across all of the, like there's just so much in this company that it blows my mind. And I'm a regular stay-at-home mum in Meriden Plains, and I'm doing this. And so I really feel like this opportunity, if people are willing to walk themselves through those doors, there's no monthly fees, there's no monthly orders that you need to make. Your customers don't need to make monthly orders as well. So it's quite unique in that way. And the only cost is your product starter pack. And they range from $320 to $890. And you start with the pack that's right for you. I would always urge everyone to start with the biggest pack they can, because you can't buy those packs again. And they give you between 50 and 60% off. And you just get to try a lot of product, so that then when you are talking to your customers in your community, you've tried as much as possible, if that makes sense. But if that's not available, then any pack that you can start with will get you in the door to start earning money literally straight away. Before your pack even arrives, you will have your link and you can start sharing this opportunity and these products and start making money from your first day in this business. So sorry, that's what I was going to say. So I recently just qualified also for a fully paid for trip to the Bahamas for me and for Carl. I just qualified as well for Carl to be fully paid for. That's flights, accommodation, everything. Like we would never be able to go to the Bahamas. And that's in October this year. I also qualified for a paid for trip over to the States to go to the annual convention where Tony Robbins is the guest speaker this year at the Monat convention. So there's a lot of money to be made. Full time flexibility in how you want to do this. Financial freedom, time freedom, as I said, location freedom. You can do this from anywhere. Like often I run my business from the park or the beach with my kids. Paid for car, I haven't even mentioned that yet. So when you also hit that rank of market mentor, you get the founder shares. You also qualify for a fully paid for Range Rover or Jaguar if you're in Australia. So yeah, I'm just like word vomiting it all out, but there's so much potential here. There's so much, honestly.
when I started telling my husband, he was just like, okay, but what's the catch? And I was just like, there isn't one. You've
Mm,
literally just got to sell shampoo and support people.
yeah.
And you can do it from anywhere as long as you've got internet.
Yeah, exactly. And so if anyone's wanting more like detailed info of like, how do I hit these ranks and meet these requirements, we've got another video, which is literally called How to Hit the First Rank in Monat that you can watch. I think it's 12 minutes long, and it breaks it down exactly what you need to do. And by the time you watch that, I know that you'll be joining us because you'll be like, that is really not that hard. Like that's fully possible. And so we're not talking about needing to recruit like hundreds and hundreds of customers. We're talking like a handful of people swapping their shampoo, and 2 to 3 people deciding that they're going to do this with you as a business. That's what we're talking about as the foundations for being able to do this, and foundations for actually growing a successful team.
Yeah.
And if you can get yourself to that first rank, which is not difficult, it's really, this whole thing is about mindset, then you can get yourself all the way through every rank to the top of the company, because everything is built off that first rank. And you like, so that's all like the nuts and bolts side. The other side is the person that you're going to become from going on this journey, from saying yes to this journey. The training and the support and the community provided is unlike anything else.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. It's been so, like, I wish society was more like this, but like our team and just even like the extended Monat community, how supportive, and they just want to celebrate everyone. Like, it's just amazing.
It's beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no competition.
No.
Everyone, it's really a mindset of like, when someone wins, everybody wins. And
Yeah.
so the amount of support is incredible. Full training on any gap that you feel you might have. So you don't need to know about hair or skin or sales or social media or how to run a business. There is training on all of that. There is, so if you join Nellie's team, you'll have her full support, you'll have my full support, you'll have Ivy's full support. Ivy just bought an investment cottage. She's completely debt free. And when she started this, like, her monthly checks just literally blow me away. I cannot even imagine making that amount of money, even though I know that I will be in the next, 12 months. And then her upline, you'll get her full support. Krista Parney, who's a $5 million earner in this business, Christina Smallwood, Brittany Rose, like a whole lineage of women who know how to do this. Like, we're literally doing this, and we will show you how we've done it, and we will workshop with you. And if you're willing to, like what you said, feel a little bit uncomfortable at times, because nobody goes from earning no money to earning millions of dollars per year without going on a growth journey. And so that is required in any business, whether you would start a network marketing business with Monat or you would decide to open a cafe. There's going to be growth that has to happen. The difference with Monat is time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, and you could start it for as little as $320, and that's your only cost ever.
Yeah.
Like, you can't start a cafe or any other business that I'm aware of for such a low startup with no overheads at all that you can run from your phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I've seen the changes in our life from this opportunity. And so I feel like it is literally my job to share this opportunity with as many women who want it and as many families who need it as possible, especially before the 30th of September, because this is going to change people's lives if they choose for it to. And so that's why, that's why we talk so much about this as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So contact Nellie.
Yeah.
She can send you more information about, the pack options. So, and she can help you choose the right pack for you. She can break down the compensation plan with you. Any questions that you have, I'm sure that we've answered them before. Our team is very concerned about low tox living and integrity and transparency and all of that. So you'll be in good hands with us. Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to add?
The only thing I was
Go?
going to add as well is that the other change that I've noticed in myself since I've been doing this is actually because now I enjoy seeing the change in my hair and everything, that I actually take more time for self-care, which I think as mothers, we're really good at not doing that and pushing our needs behind everyone else's. But I have really started taking more time for me. It's like, no, I need to go and wash my hair because I want to go and wash my hair and I want to do that. So yeah, that's one change I wasn't expecting.
I agree. Yeah. And I've seen that in myself too. Like I am, so Dorothy's like almost 8 months old. So I'm 8 months postpartum, and just this has been the most incredible postpartum period because I've been on this journey with Monat as well. And it has forced me to take care of myself and take time for myself and find more of that balance where I'm not always coming last in the family.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I just got to say as well, like the confidence and the growth since we first had that conversation where you were like, I don't know if this is something I've never done anything like this before. And to see you now is just like so beautiful to witness you growing through this journey. And
Thank you.
yeah, no, it's honestly an honor to watch you and your business growing. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's really cool. All right, well, maybe we'll leave it at that. But if you have any questions, anyone's always welcome to reach out to me or to Nellie as well. But yeah, get in touch with Nellie. If you're watching this in July, this month, we have also a booster pack for new market partners. So you can ask Nellie about the details for that. You'll get some extra free product this month only. But yeah, I didn't have anything like that when I started. I don't think you did either. Did you?
Yeah, no, I got the
you got one.
travel booster pack.
Yeah, nice.
It's awesome. I'm so stoked with it.
Yeah. Oh, so it's incredible. Most of the time they don't have these things. So if you're lucky enough to be joining in a month where they have that, jump on it. But otherwise, honestly, just do it anyway and come and just start this with us, because in the long run, it's not really going to matter. This is going to change your life in so many ways. So
yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And I'll talk to you soon, Nellie.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.